Let us go through some more multiple choice questions related to retail banking for upcoming bank promotion exams. 1. As per latest RBI guidelines, retail investors are eligible to invest in government securities by opening Retail Direct Gilt Account (RDG) account with Option A AD banks, Option B depository participants, Option C SEBI, Option D RBI. The correct answer is option D RBI. 2. The maximum number of nominees permissible for Retail Direct Gilt Account is Option A at the discretion of account holder, Option B 3 nominees, Option C 2 nominees, Option D 1 only. The correct answer is option C 2 nominees. 3. Which of the following statement with respect to Basic Savings Bank Deposit Account (BSBDA) account is not appropriate? Option A. This account shall not have the requirement of any minimum balance. Option B. There will be no limit on the number of deposits that can be made in a month. Account holders will be allowed a maximum of 4 withdrawals in a month, including ATM withdrawals. Option C. Holders of BSBDA account will be eligible for opening any other SB account with any banks including small account. Option D. If a customer has any other existing savings bank deposit account in that bank, he is required to close it within 30 days from the date of opening a basic savings bank deposit account. The correct answer is option C. Holders of BSBDA account will be eligible for opening any other SB account with any banks including small account. 4. Which of the following is not a limitation associated with small account opened in the name of an individual? Option A. The aggregate of all credits in a financial year does not exceed Rs 1 lakh. Option B. The aggregate of all withdrawals and transfers in a month does not exceed Rs 10,000. Option C. Foreign remittances cannot be credited to small accounts without completing normal KYC formalities. Option D. The balance at any point of time does not exceed Rs 50,000. A. Small accounts are valid for lifetime, if the transaction limits are complied. The correct answer is A. Small accounts are valid for lifetime, if the transaction limits are complied. 5. The process of reconfirming key details of large value checks is introduced in the name of Cheque Positive Pay System. The system is being developed by Option A IDRBT, Option B NPCI, Option C RBI, Option D BCSBI. The correct answer is option B NPCI. 6. Availing the facility of positive pay is Option A compulsory for all cheque issuers irrespective of the amount of cheque issued. Option B compulsory for all cheque issuers if the amount of cheque issued exceeds 10 lakh rupees. Option C at the discretion of the account holder. However, the banks may consider making it mandatory in case of checks for amounts of 5 lakh rupees and above. Option D compulsory for all cheque issuers if the amount of cheque issued exceeds 1 lakh rupees. The correct answer is option C at the discretion of the account holder. However, the banks may consider making it mandatory in case of checks for amounts of 5 lakh rupees and above. 7. As per the guidelines under Savings Bank Account Interest Deregulation, banks can offer deferential rate of interest to the balance in SB account above. Option A 2 lakh rupees, Option B 50,000 rupees, Option C 1 lakh rupees, Option D is decided by the bank. The correct answer is option C 1 lakh rupees. 8. The minimum and maximum tenure for accepting term deposits by the banks as per the RBI guidelines is Option A 7 days and 10 years, Option B 7 days and 15 years, Option C 15 days and 10 years, Option D 7 days and maximum at the discretion of the bank. The correct answer is option D, 7 days and maximum at the discretion of the bank. 9. As per RBI guidelines, the accounts opened with OTP-based eKYC shall not be allowed to operate for a period of more than option A, 6 months, option B, 2 years, option C, 1 year, option D, 18 more NTHS. The correct answer is option C, 1 year. 10. In case of VCIP, the video recordings should be preserved for a minimum period of option A, 3 years from the date of account opening, option B, 5 years from the date of account opening, option C, 18 months from the date of last transaction or after the business relationship is ended, option D, 5 years after the business relationship is ended. The correct answer is option D, 5 years after the business relationship is ended. 11. As per revised RBI guidelines on KYC norms, in case a customer proposes to update his communication address, he can submit a self-declaration confirming new address to the bank. In such cases, the positive confirmation on address updated through relevant documents must be obtained within a period of option A, 12 months, option B, 3 months, option C, 2 months, option D, 6 months. The correct answer is option C, 2 months. 12. Periodic updation of KYC shall be carried out at least once in every, for high-risk customers, once in every years for medium-risk customers and once in every years for low-risk customers. Option A, 2 years, 8 years, 10 years. Option B, 2 years, 7 years, 10 years. Option C, 3 years, 8 years, 10 years. Option D, 2 years, 6 years, 10 years. The correct answer is option A, 2 years, 8 years, 10 years. 13. Which of the following is the designated agency for managing CKYC records? Option A, RBI. Option B, CIBIL. Option C, CERSAI. Option D, CDSL. The correct answer is option C, CERSAI. 14. Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act, FATCA. Declaration is obtained to comply Intergovernmental Agreement, IGA, entered by India with option A, Canada. Option B, European Union. Option C, USA. Option D, France. The correct answer is option C, USA. 15. As per KYC guidelines of RBI, all necessary records of transactions between the banks and the customer, both domestic and international, should be preserved for at least years from the date of transaction. Option A, 10 years. Option B, 7 years. Option C, 5 years. Option D, 5 years in case of low and medium risk and 10 years for high risk customers. The correct answer is option C, 5 years. 16. Which of the following statement with respect to cash transaction report, CTR, is not true? Option A, all cash transaction of above 10 lakh rupees or foreign currency equivalent should be included under CTR. Option B, cash transactions where forged notes used with individual transactions of more than 50,000 rupees. Option C, all series of cash transactions below 10 lakh rupees but aggregate value exceeds 10 lakh rupees per month or equivalent foreign currency. Option D, cash transaction report to be submitted to FIUIND by banks on fortnightly basis. A, cash transaction report to be submitted to FIUIND by banks on monthly basis. The correct answer is option D, cash transaction report to be submitted to FIUIND by banks on fortnightly basis. 17. Who among the following cannot subscribe to gold bond under Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme? Option A, resident individuals. Option B, HUFs and trusts. Option C, non-resident Indians. Option D, universities and charitable institutions. The correct answer is option C, non-resident Indians. 18. With respect to sovereign gold bond (SGB) scheme, when the customer has dispute regarding the scheme and subscription, he can first raise the dispute with Option A, RBI Ombudsman directly. Option B, respective regional offices of RBI. Option C, Sovereign Gold Bond Appellate Tribunal. Option D, nodal officers of receiving institution. The correct answer is option D, nodal officers of receiving institution. 19. Which of the following statement with respect to Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme 2022-23 is not appropriate? Option A, minimum permissible investment will be 1 gram of gold. Option B, the maximum limit of subscription shall be 4 kg for individual, 4 kg for half and 20 kg for trusts and similar entities per fiscal. Option C, the issue price of the gold bonds will be 50 rupees per gram less for those who subscribe online and pay through digital mode. Option D, payment for the bonds can be through cash payment up to a maximum of 50,000 rupees. The correct answer is option D, payment for the bonds can be through cash payment up to a maximum of 50,000 rupees. 20. What is the current rate of interest payable by the banks to depositors, claimants on the unclaimed interest-bearing deposit amount transferred to the Depositor Education and Awareness Fund, DEF? Option A, 3% simple interest P. A. Option B, 3.5% simple interest P. A. Option C, 3% P. A. Compounded monthly. Option D, 3.5% P. A. Compounded monthly. The correct answer is option A, 3% simple interest P. A.